So for the challenge today, I'm running Esper. I'm going to try out a couple copies of this Wondrous Wasp card. Yeah, Wondrous Wasp card. Just to see what happens there. I have no idea if it'll be good or bad or whatever. Just felt like jamming a couple in here, see what happens. So they're over like the fourth copy of Subtlety and the fourth Thoughtseize. And then I've got a couple Cling to Dust that I'm running over the second Tassiger and the third Spell Snare. We'll see how it goes. Then the sideboard added a Dress Down to help out with Constructs, Chalice of the Void to help out with Affinity. Finally added a Nihil Spellbomb that I hate so much to go along with the two Clings to help out with some of the Reanimator stuff. And then a Requiting Hex out with Boros a little bit. What's the logic for Cling to Dust in the main? The logic is that I have been getting high rolled by Reanimator so much in the last like couple of weeks. Just every time I play against Grixis Reanimator or Esper Gorios, and the people who watch the stream religiously can back me up, the number of times that my opponents surveil an Atraxa or an Archon of Cruelty or like something like that into the bin on turn one, maybe turn two, but usually turn one, is absolutely insane. And it just puts so much pressure on the opening hand that I figure Cling to Dust has got like the highest floor of any card I could play to help out in those scenarios while not being dead against everything else. So we're going to give it a shot. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. Surveil lands are basically entombs. They really are. I had a video planned for a while that I just never got around to like fully recording, or I think I recorded it once and never posted it, about my picks for like the top 10 most impactful cards in the history of Modern. And I had the Surveil lands at like number 3 on the list. Just improving the consistency, enabling certain strategies, allowing high rolls that decks didn't have access to or wouldn't have access to. Like, how many times have you lost a game of Magic to having your Boros opponent down in a really bad spot and they just like into turn, fetch up an Elegant Parlor, put a Flage in the yard, untap, Arena, Flage, kill you? Like, that's pretty good. Really like Cling when its baseline is draw a card, but backdoor targeted graveyard hate. I agree. And so often it's like 5 mana, draw 2 cards, exile 1 thing that's relevant, which is super nice. And being an instant, so you can just like fire it off when you're not doing anything else. Only thing anyone liked from the Murders of Karlov banner set, Surveil lands. What all was in that set? I feel like there was something else that I liked from that set, or it might have just been like something that I got and didn't really care. Deadly Cover Up. Off-Cydetic Memory. Cryptic Coat. Probably just Deadly Cover Up. Aftermath Analyst is... Oh, Long Goodbye. Long Goodbye I really, really liked when this card came out, because at the time there were a lot of Dimir Oculus mirrors, and Long Goodbye being able to kill a frog or an Oculus without being countered was super, super nice. It was also really, really good into Boros, since you could kill like Flage or a Johnny or Flip to Johnny or whatever. But then they had to come around with all of these stupid like warp keep around mechanics. Warp this creature, ephemerate it. Warp this creature, attack with Felia. Evoke this creature, ephemerate it. Now I'm sitting here with this card that kills 3 drops really, really well. Doesn't kill 5 drops at all. We need an updated Fatal Push. We need a Fatal Push that's 2 mana to kill something 3 or less, but if you have Revolt, it kills something 6 or less. That's what we need. If not, who else on Affinity again? You wrecked me in the challenge yesterday on Affinity. I was able to drown in the lock, kill a Riddler the other day. That was something at least. The only time I've had my drown in the locks not kill what I wanted to kill was up against a Brood Scale player casting a 13 mana Emrakul. And they only had 10 cards in their yard. And that's the only time so far that I've had it not kill what I wanted to kill when I wanted to kill it, or counter what I wanted to counter. Have a Kappa. Ooh, Kappa. Kappa, no capping. Show me a land. Untap land. Untap black source. Dang it. Spoke too slowly. He's also pro instant. Pro instant if you go to kill it, not pro instant if you go to counter it. Look, we get to do the Wasp thing. Yoink. I wish we could do the find a third land drop thing. That'd be pretty sick. We would be in such good shape if we had a third land drop. We could like Bowmaster this Preordain and then drown in or Subtlety like a Kappa. Not really much of a reason to hold on to Quantum Riddler when I can't discard the frog anyway. All right. Card confirmed goated because we did the thing. Did the thing on the first game of trying it. They did put Kappa Cannoneer on top, so we know their one card in hand is Kappa. Want to go for a skateboard. Kill this. Revenge. Revenge is a dish best served with turtle soup. I'm not going to say anything until the match is over. So Kaito can go. Passiger can go. I guess we'll keep in Wasp. Cling to Dust can go. Another Bowman. Or Drown. Drown because they have Tormod's Crypt. Is there any world I want, like, Sign over a Riddler? Just see what happens. It's not who guy's on full tilt. He's not allowed to be after he rocked my shit yesterday. And Sexix, what's up? Okay. I really don't feel like these preordains have looked that good. Maybe I'm incorrect and the Affinity players can say otherwise, but I just don't feel like it's been too impressive watching this card. I don't know. I'm always happy with my turn one. Or yeah, I'm always happy when my Affinity opponent goes turn one preordain. I'm happy about it. It's more just like I'm shocked that this is a thing they're committing to. It's the same thing as like when my Prowess opponent goes turn one preordain. I'm happy about it. I'm just like shocked that's the hill you want to die on. All right. Do I just want to Wasp this now? Before they have Mox Opal online? That. I guess I should have popped this. I think Pithing Needle might pollute a Delta. But I got pest control, so if they want to spend their time doing that, that's fine. Mishra's Bauble. Mishra's Bauble, no third land drop. Keep that. They go for Upkeep Bauble. Nope. So if they just have Metallic Rebuke, And I go pest control, they rebuke. I counter it in some capacity. Gonna let it go. That works just fine for me. Do I want to Bowmaster? I don't think so. I think I'd rather just hold up Counterspell. A couple points in doesn't feel like it really matters. All right, pop off. Want to trade off a drone for this Wasp? I still feel like they have the Metallic Rebuke. Two to the bottom. Moss, Pinnacle Emissary. All right, deck. I need you to be a little bit nicer to me here. Cool. Like this. And just put themselves dead on board. Opponent is no longer dead on board. Sweet. Sure, there's something that kills me for this, but I think I just want to be able to like freely pay for Mystical Dispute and stuff. Alec Rebuke, whatever. Aha. There's a lot of play. Not really sold on. Round 2. Fight. Opponent reveals a Kahira the Orphan Guard. If I think that they're land destruction, this hand is pretty decent. if I think they're blue-white controlled. Not as decent, but not awful. Depends on if they have a Teferi or if I can find an answer. I think this is land destruction. Basic Plains would be a really weird turn one play for blue-white control. Mother, God, I hate seeing basic lands against blue-white or against land destruction so badly. That's like my absolute kryptonite with this deck is just drawing the basic lands. I really don't want to cast Tasigur until I've got a like a Thoughtseize to cast. Just so I can try to protect it from a Solitude. All right, come on. Thoughtseize off the top. Could have been better. Drown's not stopping Solitude. And that's the one I care about. Good into like Erode, but really hoping to just catch him with a bunch of like Wrath the Skies in hand. Get lost. No, you get lost. Is the Manland? Oh my god. 3 mana, this land becomes a 2/2 red and white ox creature until end of turn. Still a land. Ox, he says. No shot they don't have a Solitude. Stand corrected. Field of Ruin. Okay. Road. Hey. This does still have fetchables. Cleansing Wildfire. Oop. Okay. More. Wrath of Skies for 2. Show me something that lets me cast this Quantum Riddler and draw 2. Complete opposite of what I have asked you for. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. They got enough to Wrath the Skies away this Quantum Riddler. Like what they are doing. Where were you, Force of Negation, when I needed you? No cards left in hand. It's okay. Kaito. Go. All right, no get lost, no erode. No get lost, no erode. No get lost, no erode. Fire up one of these stupid Ox lands. It's like clockwork, I'm telling you. Get. Have a get lost. This subtlety is not doing a whole lot. When can they no longer cast this? It's not until after they pass the turn, right? Lame. Get out of here. Mirabito, what's up? Demolition Field. Human token. Why do people play this deck? I'll let you know when I come up with a good answer for that. At the moment, I don't have one. believe not even they're having fun playing it. I mean, I'm sure they've got to be having like some amount of fun playing it. Otherwise, you wouldn't play it, right? Real Shieldred's Edict. Yes, I can put that in the graveyard, right? I guess I'll say no. I can shuffle it away with the Marsh Flats. All right, just brick. Brick like you've never bricked before. Activate Quarry Mountain Monastery. Reveal a third copy of Quarry Mountain Monastery. On. All right, GG's. Yeah. Yeah. Got not a thing for this deck. I guess we could bring in Dress Down. Better than Fatal Push. I don't know if there's a world that I would Chalice on too, but kind of considering it. Or Chalice on 1. Maybe I'll do that. Chalice on 1 sounds kind of fun. Played Scred for years. These sorts of archetypes are cool to have. Be a bit rogue and punish the slower strats from the opposite end. The problem is they keep printing more and more like Path to Exile replacements and Solitudes and stuff that like doesn't care if you're faster or slower. Like they're just good. Like they're good against the fast decks. They're good against the slow decks because they start adding like and destroy a planeswalker against or on a road. So it's just here's my good Magic the Gathering card. The Geist when you need them. I was mocked for the Geist. Like relentlessly mocked for Geist. And here we are in 2026 wanting Geist of St. Traft again. To be fair, Geist looked pretty bad when our opponents were running the 3-mana sweeper card, Avengers Disassembled. But if they're not running that, Geist is fantastic. We're also mocked for Gur, and you made it stock. It's reasonable. Go ahead and see if we hit something. Land, you say? Shuffle this away? Nope. Really? Oh, you know what card I miss is what's that stupid card bench used to always play? Lazatep plating. One that was like stifle a target and a mass army one. How sick would that be right here? I think I'm going to let this go because I'm just going to have a chance to Kaito with a bunch of counters up. My ninjutsuing. Yes. Sure. I can't wait to Wondrous Wasp a frontier bivouac. Fire it up, opponent. I dare you. Go to my turn. I think I should start embleming. I've got a bunch of counter spells. Do I just use my Wasp on this? Not. Save the Wasp. Well, I would go for Wasp on their upkeep and stun it down for a turn. The problem is I would still have to deal with it permanently. Or just, like, gives them an extra turn or two. This feels like it's going to be another Wasp. Or another Solitude. The problem is any game against blue-black is the same anticlimactic experience as you currently have against Ponza. What, not being able to cast your spells? Critical mass of 1 mana or free removal spells. Guess I got a critical mass of free stuff, but not very good at removing things already on the battlefield. Just decent at stopping things from hitting the battlefield. Field of Ruin. Urgency eject. Emergency no. Fallen. Game 3 on the draw. Stick the same. What seems here you chalicing? Probably 1. Depends on the game state, but more than likely 1. Interesting card for Requiting Hex. Yeah, it's an additional way to fight over like Voice of Victory and a Johnny, since you're bringing in a bunch of pest controls. Yeah, literally Fatal Push number 5. Huh. This is a weird turn cycle. I think I'm just supposed to Bowmaster here. But I kind of want to get this Chalice down if I'm planning on getting Kaito. I just don't love going shields down this turn. Like, they're leading with this. Should I just counterspell? Bowmaster's like a little bit better. But if they just don't have a land to follow this up, then definitely wish I'd counterspelled. Don't. Okay. Good draw. I'm just going to play out Frog this turn because they missed their land drop. And just kind of say, like, here's something very, very strong and proactive. I think you're going to want to path this or use some removal spell on this. And if you don't, if you're just trying to, like, hit your land drop or something else, and I feel pretty good about this Frog. But I kind of want to get it down, like, while they can't Wrath the Skies right here. Lots of stuck on lands. What's better? I mean, with all like the wildfires and price of freedoms and stuff, they've got a really, really high floor. Very difficult for them to stumble. Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about with like best case scenario of if they just spend this turn trying to draw another land instead of dealing with my Frog. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know why we're tanking so long on that. Okay. I think I like ninjutsuing the Bowmaster here. Try to find a Thoughtseize. Brought dress down. Sure. Never saw that I went live. Sometimes Twitch is pretty stingy with like live notifications. I don't know why, but I hear issues all the time with just like notifications not showing up. OP's out seem thin. They're kind of fine. Like, they've got a bunch of 2-mana answers, like emergency eject, or 2 or 3-mana answers, like emergency eject and get lost. They can deal with the Kaito. I just kind of don't want them to have 2 pieces of interaction here. If they have like a get lost plus an erode, or a get lost plus a path to exile, it's annoying. I don't know what we're tanking about. Like, opponent, are you stream sniping, or are you just like going to see if I have an answer to any of this? What are we thinking about? Like, all right, think. Answer all your stuff. Think. I don't want to just... Is this what I want to do? I guess. All right. Pass the turn. Does it matter what I go for? I'm probably just going subtlety. Subtlety plus counterspell. Now I have just 2 counterspells open with a... I guess they've got the boov whack. Wait, no, I don't need to crack a map on the sub. I can just attack, because if they fire up this this land, I can wasp it and still have double counterspell up. Hands in 2 color. On the play, I'll be punished for throwing back the 1 lander. This is what I think about every time I post about keeping a 1 lander in the Discord. and Pablo gives me shit about it, like, okay, well, if I throw back this one lander, I might as well be going 5. So do I risk the 1 land 7, or do I try to go for a playable 5? My experience is a little tainted because my local group of Ponza players are the 2 that pioneered the Karn and Kahira type, and they're both smashing every tournament they play in. Did you just hit me with a, well, my local group is all pro tour grinders and they've never lost a game of Magic in their lives. So every Friday when I go undefeated, they clap for me. Kidding. I'm kidding. Your one landers never punishes you. Source, trust me. It's the most reliable source available. All right, opponent. Thank you, Mike, for your dismissal of my feelings. You're welcome. Glad I could help. The opponent kept something on top. Reed coming in with the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I assume that means the challenge didn't go too well. Hope you had an awesome stream nonetheless. Welcome, everybody, from the Reed Q7 experience. This. Main phase, Flame of Venor, draw 2. Reed retired, said Magic was too easy, and that he's waiting for Magic too. I love that so much. I have no idea what I'm up against. Grixis Wizards. Orb put a curse on Reed. I've watched a few streams here and there of people playing Zurin Orb and double Flame of Venor main phase. All right, opponent, you have got significantly more cards than I do. Lotus Field gets banned. Reed comes out and just like starts winning challenges left and right. And then all of a sudden just decides out of nowhere that he's done for the time being. Gonna go play some Hearthstone. Psychic Frog. All right, let's see what's up. Opponent, I too am learned in the ways of the Thoughtseize. What would you like to do? All right. Well, if you got Force Negation blue card, you got Force Negation blue card. But yep, if I pass your turn, you're gonna have hard cast Force anyway. I don't remember what my first 7-card hand, but I feel like we would have won this with that 7-card hand. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Surveil, Thoughtseize, Riddler, Counterspell. Sounds like a hand that would win this match. Gotta target my own Marsh Flats. Everybody says. Go to game 2. All right. Grixis. They have Flame of Anor, so I'm assuming Snapcaster Mage. Doubt they run basic Mountain. Down really bad into Frog. Force Negation, not great. Stuff's pretty cool. About some Thoughtseizes, call it a day. We died to Mold of 5, not our responsibility. Well, that's a little bit of my responsibility. I probably could have kept the 7. I will say, if it were open deck list and I knew what my opponent was playing, I would almost 100% keep that 7. It's like slow matchup. I've got time to find cards. I've got some stuff to do. But closed deck list, as much as I want to keep that, I'm probably not, more often than not. Six had 2 lands, it would be way more safe than a 7 with a single land. If, sure. But I know if Mirabito's still here, we've made the joke a lot that anytime you look at a sketchy 7 on Magic Online and you decide to ship it, you're going to get rewarded with an absolutely unkeepable 6. And then like a very solid 5. So rarely it feels like you ever look at a sketchy 7, mulligan it, and are rewarded with like a really good 6. A 1-lander with 5 2-drops, eh? YOLOing. Can't do this to me again, Moto. By all means, Thoughtseize away. All right. I'm going to see a land on top, but it's going to be Meticulous Archive specifically. Are you ready? Damn. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Tomato. I think I'm going to respond to Tomato with Bowmasters. Responding because they haven't played a land drop yet, and I'm just going to get this down before they're holding up like Stern Scolding. Carry on. Actually, you know, I probably should have resolved Tassiger right there. I bet that would have been a lot better than holding up Counterspell or Bowmaster or whatever. Yeah, it definitely would have been way better to just resolve Tassiger. What you got? I guess they're trying to decide between countering this Bowmaster, like holding up Counterspell for Tassiger. On in the lock. Trying to resolve Tassiger here. Wink. Carry on. Would have been cooler with the third land, but is what it is. What do we got? ID, please. I'm going to intentionally draw in round 3. LD, I guess. Already played land destruction. I don't want to play it again. Ito me. Flame of Anor. Flame of Aranar. And Forge. All right. And I really don't want to attack at this Tameo. Just like a losing battle doing that because I'm not getting anywhere. Like I attack for 2, they take up for 2. I attack for 2, they take up for 2. We just keep going round and round on that forever. Why are you cling to dusting Tassiger? Want the life? Sure. Ah, I told you that Meticulous Archive was going to show up. I knew it was going to show up. They could cling my subtlety into turn if they want. Choose not to. Another tomato. Got to burn through some of this eventually. See if we're able to find some lands before they kill me. Kept something on top. I'm assuming it wasn't another land. I'm just going to go for end of turn dress down. I know that I don't get to like grow the orc army token under the dress down, but it stops like Snapcaster from doing anything. Sure. Crazy. All right, I guess I'm playing out this Nihil Spellbomb. Fighting over this. Double crack clues, like best case scenario. Yeah, if they want to spend all their turn just cracking clues, that's a-okay. Then I'll just let them have that. Like, I wonder if they're playing that the X draw spell, or the X damage spell. What is it? Traumatic Critique. Wondrous Wasp. Pretty stock in Wizards now, is it? I could not ever tell you what is stock or is not stock in Wizards. Never in a million years would I be able to tell you what is or is not stock in Wizards. Seems like I need to counterspell. They're going to spend this much resources on the Bowmaster. Has Wasp been relevant so far in this challenge? Yeah, we killed 2 constructs with it round 1 against Affinity. Ended up winning that match because of it. Opponent returns Drown in the Lock. Bowmaster hath been felled. Into dust. Hey. Ooh. Now, am I going face? Or am I taking out this Tameo? They have a blind draw off of the Cling to Dust. If they just main phase that, it probably means the other card is not dealing with this Orc Army token. I think I go take out. No, I go with them. Well, they have Cling to Dust. They can gain more life. So yeah, I take out Tameo here. Then I kind of don't want to take this Orc Army token off the board. I'd rather try to flash in the Wasp, see if that eats a counter spell, then go for Kaito. Sorry, I got hit with an ad. Is Wasp worth picking up in paper? I have literally played 2 matches with it. I would say watch and make a decision for yourself. The first match, it was fine. Second match, didn't really do anything, but it wasn't a creature matchup. I will say the Wasps are currently 37 cents a piece. So I would not fault anybody for buying some Wasps at 37 cents a piece. Let's see. So it is $2.66 for me to order 3 copies of the Wasp with shipping and everything. I think that's probably fine. You're just like wanting to play with them. Did the same thing with Loki the other day. If it's or less than 5 for a playset, I'll buy it just to have it in the babies. Yeah, I bought a playset of Loki's watching a Aspiring Spike stream for like, I want to say 81-ish cents a piece. Mm. If you have an ability on the stack and you play Wasp, does it remove the ability? No, it does not stifle abilities. Discarding for to warp another Riddler, a hard cast Riddler. It's just a cling to dust. Why didn't you want an ninjutsu there? I heard you want to keep the token. What was the reason? Because they're a heavy spot removal deck, and I just don't want to like give up a free 3/3 body just to play around counterspell when I have like other stuff that I can cast. Like that 3/3 body is doing work for me, so I really don't want to just say like toss that aside to replace it with another 3/3. Okay. Multiple lands in the opener. Sneep. I'll go to opponent's upkeep and fatal push. Go ahead. Lands. Just what I always wanted for Christmas. Land drops. Kept something on top. Droopy redeemed Hydrate. I got you. It's a monster energy, but we're going to count it. It's all I got on my desk at the moment. Do I play in paper or just online? I do play in paper. I'll go to like RCQs and RCs and whatnot. Wonder if this is a subtlety. Uh, like, what if I just go Warp or Riddler pass? That's probably fine. An invite, yes. Yeah. Do I have an invite yet for this season? Yes. I do have my invite this season. I'll be at the RC in Los Angeles in the middle of October. Opponent responds with Flame of Anor to draw 2 cards. Sure. RC Vice City. Warp Quantum Riddler. 5 cards in hand. All right. I'll try to get a counter spell out of hand. I kind of want to fight over Quantum Riddlers because, like, these are something that can actually end the game. So if I have the chance to just, like, get rid of them early, I'm a little more incentivized to. Wizard's opponent, I believe so. Huh. I really thought that they would like Flame of Anor in response to that. I was super convinced there was going to be a flame in response. I also wonder if they are on Snapcaster because I haven't seen one yet. Subtlety plus Counterspell. Riddler. All right. Now we got to find out if they drew another Counterspell. Or another Subtlety. So trigger on the stack. I'm going to Cling to Dust their flame. Thinking to stupor my Riddler, play their own Riddler. That might be enough. See what we find. So what is my plan? I can go Frog, Tassiger, Dress Down, end of turn, hold up Mystical Dispute. All that really does is like buy me a turn. Kaito, stun down a Riddler, plus Frog. I just have to hope they don't have a removal spell for a Frog. That seems mid. Does dress down stop warp? No, it does not. I could go Tassiger, Kaito, stun. That doesn't really do anything. Mystical Dispute's not really doing anything for me here. So if I just discard Dispute, Kaito. All right. Discard Dispute, discard Kaito. Cast Tassiger. And I think I warp Riddler. Try to hit a land here. And then, man, you would have been great a while ago. Then I go to instep with the Quantum Riddler trigger on the stack. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm not drawing 2 off of this because Quantum Riddler loses its ability. All right. Had the thing. That was like the card I couldn't play around with any of this. Man. I hate that game 1 was such a non-game. It was a good game 2. Game 3 was fairly fun. Such a non-game 1. Sure. I don't know what we're up against, but maybe this hand does something. This, in fact, does not look like Lantern, and for good reason, because it's not Lantern. All right, Prowess. Prowess, Prowess, Prowess. Let's take the slick shot. Dragon's Rage Channeler. I love to see that. That's something I can Bowmaster down. I will go ahead and do before opponent gets to untap and potentially draw like a mutagenic growth. They can preordain. They would just have to either take one or bolt the Bowmaster first. We know they have a bolt in hand. Maybe I fight over the bolt. Oh, wait, we didn't know about the mountains. So they showed us. Did I miss something there? Oh, no, the mountain was in hand. Never mind. I don't know why I didn't think the mountain was in their hand. You. All right, so they got Lightning Bolt, Preordain, Fiery Islet, Unknown, Unknown. A creature that we can stun down and remove all abilities from, you say? Interesting. Just fire off the bolt on the Bowmaster right now. Shh. Do I Wasp this? I know their hand. Preordained Lightning Bolt, Fiery Islet. I am very, very tempted to Wasp this. But, like, if they just use the bolt on the Wasp, how do I feel about that? I guess it's, like, better than them using the bolt on the Bowmaster while they have Preordained Fiery Islet in hand. Right now, you just pass to my turn. Don't do anything. You're afraid of the power of the Wasp. Stop it. Okay. One top, one bottom. So we're definitely forcing Corey Steel, Expressive Iteration, Lava Dart. Hey, look, it's one of those cards I said I would force. All right, deck. Give me like a counter spell, Quantum Riddler. I'd take a Kaito right here. Deal. Best I can do is the land. I'm sorry, this isn't Mill that we're playing. We're allowed to have cards that aren't just basic lands in our deck. Or aren't just land drops. All right, well, that one can attack for a bit more. Quantum Riddler. Quantum Riddler into double fatal push. Heck. Man, I hate leaving back this army token. Like, I will give this Wasp credit. It is done. God. The thing. The thing. The one thing I couldn't afford to see. All right, show me like a mutagenic growth. Or bolt me in the face. Not dead yet. Go to 1. Now we're dead. Frogs. Where are my frogs? Frogs, Quantum Riddler, Tassiger, Hell Subtlety. Cards that do things and have text. I have a friend of mine who says every card should have its effect, and then if it's not useful in that moment, it's Swords to Plowshares. So my counter spell should counter your spell, and then if I don't want to counter something, I should just get to exile a creature. Oh, I top deck this fetch land. I mean, Swords to Plowshares. Top deck this Fatal Push in the non-Fatal Push matchup. I guess it'd be like Thoughtseize. Top deck of Thoughtseize late game. Says it would be a better game like that. What if instead of that, you just gave every card like cycle for 3? That seems a little more balanced. How's the Wasp? Wasp has been fine. Been reasonable. Sure. I probably should have just been that. It was kind of free too. Use it later, but my thought was I want to find like more interaction, so I don't mind the cantrip, but if it's just cantripping me into what I'd be drawing anyway, or whatever. But I think if you were thinking about the Wasp, it's probably worth buying them at the current market price of 39 cents a piece. Quarry Steel Cutter. I would like that one. No follow-up. Never mind. No follow-up. The Swift Spear. I think I'm just going to Wasp this inside of combat. If they have like a lava dart or something that they want to use on it, I can fatal push. Like, there's Wasp in action. Oh, your Monastery Swift Spear has no text. That's unfortunate. I hate that for you. Oh, look, it has even less text. Swift Spear has approximately negative amounts of text. And I think I'm just not going to fire off this fatal push until they deal with my Wasp. Double no text is text. So you just hit them with like the Uno reverse. What was round one against Affinity? It was Affinity round one, Boros Land Destruction round two, and then the Grixis mid-range Grixis Wizards round three. And Wasp got to kill 2 construct tokens against Affinity. At least you got somewhat rewarded for adding Dress Down. Well, I didn't see it against Affinity. I saw Wasps and I saw Kappa Answers. Oh, and a bunch of spell snares. That's what I saw a bunch of. Could you please stop casting expressive iterations? Ask you kindly. And fatal push this. I was thinking about waiting, but then I kind of realized, like, oh, I've got the subtlety. So if they put a creature on the stack, I'm just going to subtlety anyway. So I don't think fatal push matters that much. Like that one. Don't like that one. We've seen 3 expressive iterations and now double Quarry Steel Cutter. I will absolutely flash this into block. Now we have attack for 5 plus a Quantum Riddler. Cool. See? Survey says expressive iteration into slick shot show off plus expressive iteration, slick shot, unholy heat the Quantum Riddler, make a dude. I don't know what else. Back. This is going to be my point with Wasp and Shadow the other stream. It turning sideways better than any other similar effect matters. I think the problem I have with the comparison or the inclusion in like the Shadow deck is you're just not looking for the same sort of effect. Like your Shadow deck doesn't want to be play out Wasp on turn 2 and hit them 10 times. But your deck with like 4 counterspell, Drown in the Lock, Quantum Riddlers, subtleties, that can support that game plan. Sand is super close. Good for me. That's good for me as well. Slick shot plus EI for removal and double strike. Yeah, it would have to be something crazy like because I think they were 1 land short of slick shot plus removal plus EI and like another spell. Wasp a slick shot after opponent has cast a few spells. Does it lose the +2? Yeah, that's only till end of turn. Now I have decisions to make. Skip that. Am I going for a Wasp turn? Am I going for a Frog turn? Five cards, drawing up to 6. Con Vermin, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome afternoon. If I go for Wasp, like a temporary solution, and as long as they don't have an answer. If I go for Frog. I can force a negation. One spell. They're ways off of Delirium. I think I'd rather go Frog and try to win the late game. Like, I might have to trade off with Slick Shot. I would have kept Sub only to pitch it for their Corey playing Wasp. I don't want to keep a card on top just to try to pitch it to, like, force a negation when I already have a blue card. I'd rather bend the subtlety and maybe hit, like, a fatal push. Something that's way, way, way more impactful. Attacking with both. Discard a land. Jump Frog. Clear block. See what he does. I just say, yep, trade off, take a couple points. Please play a Darcy. Please play a Darcy. Oh, hell yeah. Be really cool to hit some non-land stuff, but what it is. Take the 2 for 1. Okay. Two to the bottom. No instants in the yard. You have 1 land. That's good. Okay. Damn it. Stupid Corey Steel Cutter. Can't you ever be a normal spell? All right. You will not mutagenic growth me. Well, that's a little unfortunate. I think we're doing it, but it's unfortunate. Yeah, just gonna exile everything but the cling. Okay. Have a follow-up. Do. Always the best follow-up. Okay, so I dress down here. So good a while ago. I have to force a negation this. I need to be able to trade with one of their guys. I can't afford to have them hit another spell here. Have a spell. Man, Prowess players, I tell you, they don't miss. They don't miss ever. Unholy Heat for the Tassiger. Cantrip, Dart. Yep. But at least Mill runs like Fatal Push and Drown in the Lock and cards that I'm familiar with. One lander. Some more than one lander. Throwing away third land. See what you got. Jund. Othergoy Frags, Kruxa, Questing Druid, Tarmogoyf. In the Hunt, Witherbloom Command. One Witherbloom Command, one Witherbloom Charm. One Fable of the Mirror Breaker. This might be the most one-ofs I've seen in a deck list in 2026. One Might, one Kroxa, one Druid, one In the Hunt, one Witherbloom Command, one Bolt, one Tarfire, one Shoot, one Witherbloom Charm. I get the artifacts. One Fable. One. Not that I'm against that. It's just, it's funny. Yep. This person's playing Rydia. What is with these one fables? Do people not like Fable? Is it like on the bad list? Ravioli. Ravioli with cheese. Also talked with that man. One fable is enough. Sometimes too slow, sometimes good. Kind of feels like the type of card that if you come to the conclusion that like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's awful, maybe it's not worth playing. But I understand that people feel the same way about like Kaito and stuff, so can't judge. Cool. See if opponent wants to block with their cat token. I'm representing Bowmaster, so I'm hoping that this attack is just free. Carry on. Consider pushing out a player on discharge on their own cat. If they play discharge on their own cat, I'm thrilled. Like, I'm not firing off this fatal push just for the heck of it. Like, I'm waiting for something I can, or something worth responding to. Or if they attack with the cat token, I might like block with the Bowmaster, let it die, and then shoot. Really be concerned of like land into Goblin Bombardment, we push a Johnny, they discharge their cat. I mean, if they got like the absolute nuts, then sure, Ragavan into a Johnny into Bombardment plus discharge the cat. At some point, it's kind of worth saying, like, yo, if you got it, you got it. Raven Charm, dealing 6 damage. Point in case. Got it, you got it. I fatal push the Johnny and doesn't matter. Still taking 6 or taking 4. Somebody explain to me why this card is double. What are the odds they block if I attack? You know what? Yeah, I was going to say, you should never block this in a million years. Well, it's got first strike, but they get so blown out by me just having another Bowmaster, and I represented having another Bowmaster last turn. Hmm. Don't you think they should always block because it dies to another Orcish Bowmaster anyway? Maybe. I don't think they want to just give up the Ocelot pride, though. So, like, if you want to take a risk on that line paying off, then I guess you can. See where they send this. Did it me? Opponent didn't surveil into turn. Tap you. Play a frog. Go. Now they surveil. All right. We have a lethal frog in the air plus a counterspell. Let's see what that gets us. That's for all the times people talk about Kaito being trash. Even win you the bad Kaito matchups. Who's ready to Wondrous Wasp an Ajani? Said this, proceed to immediately side the mount. I said it could win the game. I didn't say it was like a fantastic card to keep in your deck. Y'all be putting words in my mouth. Spike does not like Kaito. Spike is entitled to Spike's opinions. I mean, Spike also doesn't like Frog. Or I don't know if Spike likes Frog or not, but playing a Dimir deck without Frog hurts my soul, so I'm going to assume it's because he doesn't like Frog. And I'm sure he loathes Tasigur. Opponent is mulliganing to at least 6. I like Frog since it was just Psychotog. Frog just like blows Psychotog out of the water. It's kind of crazy. Mulligan to 5. One more time. One more time. One more time. No, one drop. Damn it. All right. That is the least scary of the 1-drops. Sub that. I probably would have subbed to Ragavan. I don't think I'm subbing a Guide of Souls on turn 1. This is just like the one that does the least amount of damage if they don't snowball. And I think I'm just going to pest control. Just take the 1-for-1. Like, I've got subtlety, force and negation up. They're not doing anything here. Sure. Perfect. I like that one. Gildred's Edict. Carry on. They put Voice of Victory on top. Well, I know it's a frog on top, so probably not going to hit a fetch for Tassiger when I know the top card. Hey, look, it's the kind of game sequence that makes me really like Tassiger. Murktide would have been fine, but this is way more fun, right? I would like to warp a Quantum Riddler. What say thee? Oh, man. This is hot. Hold up. This is hot. We wasp down your Voice of Victory. It loses its ability to stop me and gets tapped down so I can get in with the frog. Just give me a blue card. Give me a blue card. Deal. This is pod racing. So they can't kill my Wasp and play a Goblin Bombardment. They can kill my Wasp or play a Goblin Bombardment. Can't Thraben Charm. All right. So we're just gonna fatal push the voice. Ah, I fucked up. I fucked up. I should have gone to combat first and attacked, because if they didn't block, I could discard my 4 cards, activate Tasigur, they give me something back, discard a 5th, and it's 11 damage exactly for lethal. I fucked up. Sorry, chat. Would have been a sick, like, YouTube short, right? All right, opponent's going to put something on the stack that we don't particularly care about. So, anyway, here's Wonderwall. Nice. That would have been such a sick lethal line, though. Attack, discard the hand, activate Tasigur to buy something back for exactly lethal. We had that happen against Affinity a few weeks ago. I remember that one. Math is tough. Green Rider. I believe this is another Ponza matchup. I think that's what they've been playing recently. We already beat Ponza once this event. See if we can do it again. Decent hand. B. Rocco, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome afternoon. Appreciate you coming around and hanging out. What did I tell you about drawing these basic lands against Ponza? Like clockwork. Just. Oh, you didn't want to draw basic lands? Well, guess what? Joke's on you. Here's a basic land. Enjoy it. Bro, this deck again. This deck's everywhere. Deck is absolutely everywhere. You know, I should have warped Riddler on my turn. Because, like, they were 100% going to fire off a Field of Ruin to untap one of the lands that I would have used to warp Riddler. So it's kind of free mana there. No, I don't want to use its ability. Dick move to make me point that out. So fun. That's one way of putting it. I don't know if it's the way I would include, but I guess you can call it fun. Get out of here. Hey, sexy lady. I'm not actually 100% sure what my remaining fetch situation is. I don't think this can get an untapped land. What's the plan? Plan, man. Karn the Great Creator. Karn the Great Creator has been ticked in an upward direction. Or I'm better off using this as a surveil. Keep that. I feel like there's a decent chance they might just get like an ensnaring bridge here. And if they do, I get to like untap or Odoar the bridge, untap, hit again with the frog, maybe find something. Engineered explosives. Okay. Tell you about the thing I didn't have on my radar for them getting off of Karn. No. No, you. Ugh. What are the odds I hit something relevant off of my deck? Pretty low. Sorry for doubting you, deck. Brother. Brother. Stop it. Stop bullying me. All right. Do I have any more black sources remaining? I don't think that I do. I do, however, have a copy of the magic card Wondrous Wasp. I 5 more turns and we're there. So I'm going to get banned from an LGS if I ever have to play against this deck in paper. It'll get physical. Got to do what you got to do. Double check to make sure this doesn't. No, this does have a target. Heck yeah. Get wrecked, nerd. I don't care about your Karn. Karn's a loser. Karn couldn't hack it as a real planeswalker. So, what does the Karn version not play that the regular version does? Do you know if this deck has won many challenges or events? I don't. I think it won like a couple challengers or something right after the deck came out, and then like hasn't done anything since. Something posted in the Discord. Do I get to ban someone else? Ah, no, just Hyper Matte Pro sleeves. Dang it. I think it's Karn versus the 4-mana Red Saga, cut some Orchids. Well, like half of them are running half of them are running Kahira, so they're not running Orchids anyway. So there's got to be something else that's getting cut. Like the list we played against earlier in the challenge wasn't on Karn. Maybe worked for that top 8 this past weekend, but Eldrazi aggro felt real strong. Nice. Glad to hear it worked out well for you. Deck seems pretty good. What to cut here? Playing. That's fair. Like a dispute over a third consign. Scoop the finals to Vega. We were wondering who won, so we ended up leaving like right after or right before the finals. Beat him again, but gave it to him because he can't make it. Very fair. I'll take another frog. I don't hate just like jamming back-to-back frogs here because they're probably going to have to use a Path to Exile effect on this one. Give me another land drop. I'll also say this matchup typically feels a lot better when you don't draw any basic lands. When you're drawing all your basics, it's awful. I guess we'll just jam that. Yeah. Gotta use a removal spell on this instead of something better. There's no way they don't have a removal spell for this, but... guess maybe they don't. That would be absolutely hilarious if this Harbinger goes the distance. No! Blasphemer. But here are the Orphan Guard on the bottom of their library. Start with Warping Riddler. Pass back. Time to bring back Ren and 6. I guess that is technically a decision you could make. All right. I think this force negation draw means I'm not going to play Quantum Riddler into a potential reprieve. Harbinger. Harbinger, my boy. I did not expect that to go that way. Did we see Solitude game 1? Is there a chance they're just not on Solitude? I feel like I didn't actually see any. They always have it? Probably, but... that's basic. Can we just ban naturally drawing any basic lands against the land destruction deck? Solution, play more basics. Outcome, draw more basics. Pretty much. Nobody ever talks about that part. Start putting a clock on them. That's right, opponent. You're scared of the Wasp. You're scared of the Wasp and all it represents. You're scared of the Wasp and you don't know why you're scared of the Wasp, but you're shaking in your boots. I think we just jam Frog here. You got a removal spell, you got a removal spell, but... Counter hold sub back up for Solitude. I don't think that's a fight I really want to pick. Like using up all of my resources and then not permanently answering something. I'd rather just give up the Frog. This is a good exchange for me, and I get rewarded super heavily for just hanging on to these spells. They put Solitude back on top, which means I get draw 2 off this Riddler, attack, Mystical Dispute the Solitude, draw 2 again. Oh no. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is such an awkward spot for them because I just surveilled to the top and you don't want me to draw. If that's a counter spell, you don't want me to draw it for the Solitude. But the risk you run is that if this card is a counter spell, I get to draw 2 off my Quantum Riddler. And I think I just pass. Hold up. Force a negation. I'm guessing they drew another Solitude. Yeah. Nothing is clapped yet. Okay, so they have to block the army token. Go to 5. We chalice on 1. They go. Here to hand. Here to the top of the library. You down to 1. Survey says, ha 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 ha. Take that, all you nerds saying I need to run more basic lands. I do not know this opponent. On the draw, roll with it, see what happens. Prowess, you say. Do we think that our practice against Prowess earlier is going to help us here? I'd like to take your Quarry Steel Cutter. You don't mind? So opponent does have a Lava Dart in the yard now. Academic Dispute, Lightning Bolt. Flip over another Lava Dart. So no Delirium at the moment. I don't know what they get off of this. An octopus form. Okay. Lightning Bolt that I know about. Double Lava Dart. Octopus form. Guess we're just going Strand Pass. Storm Chaser's talent. That's a little annoying. Kept a card on top. Right. So I'm gonna try to Bowmasters something. I think I might just go for Bowmasters on them and try to double block the Channeler. I guess they have Lightning Bolt. We'll go upstairs and just plan on like blocking with the Orc Army token. Like if you want to burn the octopus form and still let me block this, that's fine. Kept a card on top. I have no idea, like, what all they can get off of this dispute. Trying to just, like, find a list that's running academic dispute. If I can get an idea of what they can tutor up. Like, nothing. I hate this so much. Just don't know what they can get. So, like, here, if they've got another octopus form, this is horrible for me. But if they don't have another octopus form, I don't want to burn this fatal push first. How they're going, I'm just going to keep looking for an academic dispute list. Because, of course, there are, like, none. I haven't seen a single prowess list with academic dispute yet. This has to block. Crap. It's a pioneer list. Well, I don't know if Dragon's Rage Channeler and Fetch lands are pioneer legal. Patrick coming in with the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome to everybody from Patrick's stream. Hope you had an awesome awesome stream over there. We are currently in what I believe is a winning into top 8. I think I just have to hit a push. I don't think, like, playing out Frog doesn't matter into the known Bolt and double Lava Dart. I'm super dead to these tokens if they go for it. Super dead to that too. Just gonna go to game 2. Well, like, I know there was a brief period a while back where the academic dispute lists were kind of popular in Modern. But I just cannot find a single example list. Kind of know what to look for. Because I feel like I play... All right, found one. I feel like I play that game 1 fairly differently if I know that they can get, like, octopus form. Yeah, see, like, this one isn't even running octopus form. Maybe I'm not playing it differently unless I know about the card ahead of time. Like, the joys of just not being sure. All right, looking for 0 results found with octopus form. My luck. Keep 3rd land. Now, do I think that I can... All right, if they're playing Mishra's Bauble here, I'm assuming that they don't have a Quarry Steel Cutter in hand. They're, like, digging for 2nd land pretty badly. So I think I'm playing out the Frog here. And you'll hear those pops. I'm gonna be so upset if this is tank, 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 tank. Second land, Corey Steel Cutter, Mishra's Bauble number 3. Don't you dare spend all this time and then second land play Corey Steel Cutter. All right, you just boomerang basicsing my frog. We are currently still alive in the challenge. Good. They have Delirium now. Definitely don't like them having Delirium. One top, one bottom. Okay. All right. 2 cards in hand. Am I okay just getting absolutely blown out by a lightning bolt or a lava dart or whatever? Probably not. Want to keep whatever was on top. I need a pest control. I need a pest control in the worst way possible. What is my play here? Option number 1, fetch basic swamp, play frog, and pass. Option number 2, attack with frog. Try to bait out something. Feel really bad if that bait is like bolt. On pest control. Everybody praise the frog. Do it. Do it right now. You praise that frog. Whitelisted gaming. It's called knowing your outs and playing to them. We're calling that whitelisted, then so be it. Ah, yes. Third copy of artist talent. My only weakness. Going bye-bye. Okay, Wasp. Your time to shine, buddy. Am I counterspelling this? I don't think I need to. Got one card left. Fourth copy of Storm Chaser's talent's pretty good. Left a card on top. Counterspell this. Wasp. The Channeler. Take out this. Back, what's up? Go ahead and attack in, see what's up. Play new frog, pass. Boomerang basics, target my frog. Fairly annoying draw. Lightning bolt into the yard. That's even better because now I can't cling to dust to take them off of delirium. And however, fatal push. Draw my 10 billionth frog. I just go ahead and fatal push. I'm going to save the cling to dust for this Storm Chaser's talent level up. All right. Yeah, so if they go after Boomerang Basics, I can cling to dust the Boomerang Basics. They use up the level 2, so they can't use that again. Game 3. On the draw. I kind of want Spell Bomb. Maybe just over like a Riddler. Looks really awkward to spend a bunch of mana into Riddler and then have it hit with a Boomerang Basics. Okay. Actually, I should have thought about this. Hand doesn't deal with the turn 2 Corey Steelcutter. Hand's gas. Nah, this hand's kind of bad. It's not bad, but not being able to deal with a turn 2 Corey Steelcutter is a big problem. Don't be a coward, he says. Got 5 cards in hand. I need them to all be terrible. One token is made. Two to the top. Two to the top, no attack. Are y'all thinking what I'm thinking? One, two, three, four, 5. Hit for 6. Down to 10. Draw a card. No, it's not lethal. If I had one more card in hand, I could ditch 6, hit for 7, draw with counterspell up, discard the card I draw plus the draw next turn for lethal. Any instant they can block with the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Gives them delirium if I go for it. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm one short. Should have just threw one more. I should have thrown the Wasp into the No, I guess I shouldn't have thrown the Wasp. That wouldn't have mattered. 6, 7, 8. Already down basic swamp. So my out is Wasp tapping down a Prowess guy, chump blocking another Prowess guy, and them having nothing. Or they go for like iteration, I spell snare it. I don't think there's any outs to this. Actually, I take... No, because the Quarry Steel Cutter gets another trigger. Oh, and they have the island, so they can just get another boomerang basics. Damn. Close one. If they didn't have this other Core Shield trigger, I could have Wasp tapped down the 3/3 channeler, blocked the 3/3. It would have taken 2/4 or 2/4/6. But man, that like hyper 1-drop prowess build might be more annoying than Boros energy to deal with. Not geared for that. Trying to interact with a bunch of 2-drops and higher, and your opponent just plays 7 1-drops that all draw a card.